So it's 9:30 on May 7th. And you can see out here where I walked all the way down at 1:30 this morning. You can see that there's surface water in my footprints. Railroad ties are gone. I just trusted her. I thought we had an agreement. This is her downspout. You can see where nothing's growing. The water just comes out and comes down. She's now her other downspout for the back side of her house. It comes down and you can see where the water just makes a right turn. And here it is from her downspout, headed toward my property. And this morning, here's the water all still coming right down at my property. Now the railroad ties would have helped to keep it off of my property. There's where it's coming in her neighbor's fence. And all just comes down toward me. So here's her pretty driveway. It doesn't have any mud on it. Comes right up here to the south end. So all that water comes over to my property. And this is the silt, some that came in last night. And here's some again from this, from last night. Stay. So you can see better where there's silt that's come in. She's required by Tulsa to not let any silt come onto my property. So it's been 8 hours since I was last out. There's still water sitting here. Once again, there's her two favorite rocks that have been there for a year. And you can really see some erosion in here, where what water does get in there is eating all the dirt out. So it's 8 hours after I was last out here in the middle of the night, and there's still water on the surface. And right here, this is her flower bed, and you can see the water running over the top of her flower bed and underneath the pickup down toward the street. This just really shows a need. There should have been French drains put in to help this situation. I had a piece of wood here. It's got mud on it, so we know that the water was up this high, because you can see the debris hanging on the wall. So it was 2 inches deep along here. Hi. So once again, it's about 9:30 on May 7th, and you can see all the mud that's come over and got all over my patio around my pool. And all the silt. You can see there's been running water through the flower bed. And there's still water running out down here. So I put a pump in the bottom of the pool to get that water out of there, and I'm sure glad I didn't finish redoing my pool, because this is what it would look like today. All that dirt and mud. So you can see that water's been coming out all the way along here, and it's been flowing right down next to the coleus. Over the top of my flower bed and out of my flower bed. And this has to be where it was flowing into the pool. Right through here into the deep end. So here's another view of water coming out from under her house, out over the top of the drive, underneath the truck, and you can see it flowing down the driveway. And once again, you can see where what water has gone through her two rocks, and there's still water on the surface here, and what water has gotten through has eroded all the way down under the foundation that I put in to put concrete blocks in. This will never work this way. This never should have been approved. You can see right here where the water was flowing so fast, and you can see where it was all coming down on my side because my grass is bent over, and the grass in her channel hasn't done anything. But then right here, it's laid down, and here's all the debris that came down last night. There should have been French drains put in here, for sure. So it's May 7th, and it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and thought I'd start out with my patio, brick patio. You can see the difference in the color of the brick and the step, and all the mud that was been deposited. Silt has been deposited all over the rest of the patio. And then we'll take another little tour to see the afternoon. So you can see right here where the silt came in from under the fence, started piling up. Of course, the flower bed is still extremely muddy. Can't do anything about that. You can see the silt which came in up against the house. Zach, over here, please. And here's the way the water flowed from underneath the fence, and the silt that's piled up here. Next, we can see where the silt this afternoon. Still all kinds of water. And the silt is starting to dry out over near the air conditioner that came in last night. You can see where there were just waves of water coming in. And then down the line, you can see the water still in the ditch on the surface. And you can see the plaintiff's two special rocks. Now this is between the two fences. You can see the area from this morning still, it's all wet. And you can see here how well Miss Patton takes care of her property. The grass is 1.5 feet tall. You can see where the downspouts, all the water draining down, coming right toward me.
Hi, you are currently being recorded.
So you can see where the water's come down, and you can see where its path, and it's headed right over toward my property. You can also see something interesting here. You see a lot of larger little pieces of rock. Let's see if I can get a better. The reason they're on the surface because the water has washed away all the dirt that was covering them up. So, and all the dirt that was covering up is over here. And you can see a little bit better this afternoon where her downspouts are pointed to drain the water onto my property. And here's the meandering, whatever you say, like the Mississippi River water, just however it can get down, it's going to go down. Of course, Miss Patton's new slab is all nice and dry, no mud, no water traveling over it from the backyard. It blocked it all and threw it all over to my property. Okay, this afternoon you can see where all of the silt is once again filled in and coming through, and it's covering my deck. You can see where it got under my dining table. You can see over here where it's come out all the way, and this is where it's getting into the pool at this point. It's my guess, but there's nothing but mud in my pool. And you can see I have a beautiful grass yard. I don't have any, dirt that's going to get in it from my property. But over here is all the silt coming from under Miss Patton's property, getting down onto the deck. This just is not right.